Yes, Mystery Steam Reviews is the part of the PC Gaming Weekspot where I, Colm and he, Matthew Castle, test the knowledge of one another via Steam reviews that are mystery. The rules are as follows. Both I and Matthew bring 3 Steam reviews to the MSR arena, but we omit the name of the game associated with each review. Our opponent must correctly guess the game attached to each review. One correct answer equals 1 point. While both of us have 90 seconds on each MSR, we both also have help in the form of 3 lifelines. These lifelines can be used at any stage during battle, and they also pause the 90-second timer. Each lifeline, however, can be used once and once only, and they are as follows. Publisher, where the hot seat haver learns the publisher of the game. Second opinion, where a second review is given to the fiery chair sitter. And a genre, where the genre of the game is revealed to the one with the warm arse. The theme this week, very easy to explain, Matthew. Don't think I need to go into it in great detail, but I and Matthew had to choose 3 games each that are either set on the moon or have a moon level. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small genre again.
It is a surprisingly small genre. Didn't think this one was going to be as small as it is.
Yeah, so I imagine we're going to step on each other's toes a lot.
Perhaps.
Will that make for a good episode? Let's find out.
Let's find out indeed. Matthew, your first Mystery Steam review is as follows. Likes. Lots of high quality content to do, especially for a free to play game. Big immersive planets to explore and get lost in. Both PvE and PvP modes are fun. Dislikes. No in-game guild finder. Hard to keep track of quests. Menus are not good in general. And that's from, I didn't spot this when I put it in for some reason, XXX Fantasy. It is recommended 955.1 hours on record, 103.1 hours at time of review. Matthew, your time starts now.
Right. Lots of high quality. I mean, this sort of makes me think a little bit of Destiny 2, but I don't know if that's a free-to-play game, because I haven't kept up with it. I know they keep changing the model of the game. So let's park Destiny 2, because it feels like like the time played suggests it's a massive... Oh, girl, could it be Warframe? That is free-to-play, and very like Destiny. And that definitely... Because that's set in our solar system, it's all like Mars and Saturn. Do you go to the moon in Warframe? I think you do. Do you go to the moon in Destiny 2? The wizard came from the moon. That's what old Dinklage said. Do you remember? That wizard came from the moon. Oh, look at this. Poker face. I know one way to fix this. I could just ask for the publisher.
Okay, pause the timer at 21 seconds. I will remind you, Matthew, please.
Oh, pause the timer and then
please ask me to pause the timer. I don't want people to fucking panic. Matthew, your publisher...
So imagine if Chris Tarrant had that level of contempt for his audience.
Your publisher is... Okay, so I'm going to try and read this. It's a difficult one to pronounce. Bungai. Bungai.
Interesting.
Bungai.
Well, that's you screwed.
Bungie.
You've tried very cleverly. I should add to disguise it.
It's Bungie. It's Bungie. Restart the timer.
Bungie. This has to be Destiny 2.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Matthew Castle. Excellent use of publisher. The correct answer is Destiny 2. Matthew, could I have my first Mystery Steam review, please?
This version has quality of life additions like saving, a difficulty select, even a choice between classic and streamlined pogo controls. But I just wish it was easier to recommend, because you got to man up through a tough as nails Capcom NES-hard game. I think that's referring to like an era of like difficulty. Like this is NES-hard. This is Capcom NES-hard. That's from
Some excellent usernames.
He recommends it with 10.1 hours on record.
Okay, starting the time now. Alright. So there are two things I take from this. One is the choice between classic and streamlined pogo controls and a tough as nails Capcom NES-hard game. It's interesting you've gone for this because I very nearly did. I think this is DuckTales remastered. Because old Scrooge McDuck has a pogo stick. The game was made, or well, it was published by Capcom. I don't know if they made it. DuckTales remastered. You go to the moon. I think I'm just going to say DuckTales remastered, Matthew.
It's bold. Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
So, you honed in on pogo stick? Capcom NES-hard? Did I put the actual publisher of the game in a mystery Steam review? Would have been bold. You feel it's DuckTales Remastered? The correct answer is DuckTales Remastered. I was going to well, I couldn't put this because it gave the game away too much, but another review I found that made me laugh was, it just said, this game got me into all kinds of wild DuckTales themed hentai. I mean, that feels like someone who's already into hentai. That isn't like, you don't play DuckTales and go,
your eyes are open to a new world.
I want to see that duck committing all kinds of obscene acts. I wouldn't say it's a natural gateway into that world. I would say you're already in that world, and it maybe gave you like a new tag for your search box.
Matthew, your second mystery Steam review is as follows. This sequel is not just a video game, but a lesson in game design. Exploration, humour, set pieces, narration, atmosphere, difficulty, all these aspects are balanced with the care and love that only legendary developers have. As it results, I think is what they mean. As it results... what?
Oh my god! What's wrong, Chris? You're right.
Sorry, the question was worded poorly. I'm gonna reword there. It results in a game that never gets dull, repeats itself, or stumbles the player with overly difficult puzzles. More than recommended, almost mandatory, and that's from Jipalipa Orange Wedge. It is recommended. 14.8 hours on record. Matthew, your time starts now.
My god. It goes to the moon. It's a lesson in game design. Humour, that seems key. Set pieces. Atmosphere, difficulty. Only legendary developers have. Doesn't have difficult puzzles. It's almost mandatory. I feel like there's a lot of terms there which are super vague, so please stop the clock. Yes?
Yes.
And give me my second opinion.
Okay. The second opinion of this Steam review. It gets kinda boring. The jokes are repetitive. The story has a bunch of twists that simply make the game longer, but that's kinda it. I can't seem to get myself to finish the game. I just lose all interest. Played the co-op part a little. That seemed kinda fun. But overall, I wouldn't recommend. Don't trust British people. 102, restarting the timer now.
Don't trust British people. What the fuck does that mean? Oh my god, the co-op thing. Because I thought this might be, Wolfenstein. But that doesn't have a co-op element. That goes to the moon. A game that goes to the moon with a co-op that British people like. British people. What game have we overrated that lets you go to the moon.
The quote is, "Don't trust British people."
Yeah. Stop the clock.
Okay.
Give me the genre.
Seconds. Stopping the clock at 22 seconds. Matthew uses his genre. The genre of this is a puzzle platform video game. A puzzle platform video game. Restarting the clock, 22 seconds.
Oh, God.
No.
Puzzle platform game that goes to the moon. Oh, my God. British people. Oh, my God. I can't believe I've wasted 2 clues. I can't. I've got to... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I can't even think of a single puzzle platformer game. Let's go. Oh, it's just... Doom.
So, the first review mentioned how it was, only legendary developers could do this. It mentioned it was a lesson in game design. It said levels, exploration, humor, atmosphere. It said that there weren't overly difficult puzzles.
Oh, you fucker! It's Portal 2. It's Portal 2.
The genre you used was a puzzle platform video game.
It's Portal 2, isn't it?
The second opinion mentioned the co-op.
Oh,
it also mentioned
Wheatley. It's frickin' Portal 2.
The correct answer is Portal 2.
Oh, you see the moon.
You go to the moon. You can go. You can shoot a portal to the moon and go to it.
Do you go to the moon?
Yeah.
I thought you just saw the moon.
You can shoot a portal and you end up in the moon.
What an absolute shiter.
My commiserations, Matthew.
Oh, I always get fucked by Portal 2 reviews. You always go for Portal 2. There was that terrible one where it's like being in an Apple store.
Oh yeah, there was that.
Oh, but we won't go into that because a lot of people got cross the last time. I got cross about that review.
Matthew, could I have my second Mystery Steam review, please?
If you slap players with a time limit, you could just as well take all your art, map designs, notes, and emails, just grab everything and throw it all into the trash because you're forcing the players to just rush through in the most efficient way possible. It says stock, they do not recommend it, and this reports no hours on record.
Time starts now. That's a funny trick. How did they do that?
Well, I can explain it, but I'll explain it after the fact.
A time limit. A time limit. Map designs, notes, emails. Because with the mention of emails, I was thinking maybe like a Prey, but the time limit aspect. Pausing the timer at 1 or 3. Matthew, could I have my second opinion, please?
Yeah, this isn't doing anything for me. It's tedious, repetitive, frustrating. Similar reasons why I'm not remotely interested in speedrunning. The time limit is just completely antithetical to what immersive sims are all about. Slow, methodical exploration.
103, restarting the timer now. Immersive sim? I don't remember a time limit in Prey. But that is all I can think of. Now, I didn't play the DLC. Which I think was called Moon Crash, actually, when I think about it. Is this Prey? Genre would be useless, I think. Because it'd just be like first-person shooter. Pausing timer, 25 seconds. Matthew, could I have my, what's it called? Publisher, please.
The publisher is...
Just make sure. Make sure you get the pronunciation correct as well.
It's Bethesda.
Prey. Chris?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
So,
It's Wolfenstein.
you go with Prey. You think this sounds like an immersive sim? The second opinion.
Oh, yeah,
Also immersive sim.
Must be Prey.
Where do we stand on the subject of expansions?
So this is Moon Crash, or Moon, whatever it was called.
Well,
Oh, is it not? What is this? Do you want to go to break, Chris, or what's happening?
the correct answer is Prey Moon Crash. Is that... I can't remember what we said on the subject of... Because it's not... I thought it... In my head it was a standalone. I just looked it up and it isn't. It is just a DLC in the game. But do we have to name DLCs? Because it's specifically Prey Moon Crash.
Well, we typically don't do DLC, because... Like, was this review just on the Prey Moon Crash?
Prey Moon Crash has its own page. See, the reason it doesn't have a time is because I don't think DLC pages have individual time, because it gets folded into the overall page.
Oh.
Listen, I'm going to give it to you, because I think you got it. You knew what it was. You said Prey, because it incorporates Moon Crash. I'm going to let you have it.
Thank you, Chris. That's very, very kind of you.
Good luck editing that bit. I would maybe keep in that conversation so people can appreciate how magnanimous I am.
That will probably stay in. Matthew, would you like your third and final Mystery Steam review? Because you're getting it. No. What a disgusting disgrace. Having extensively played the real version as a child, I can say without hesitation that this is trash. The control is terrible, not fluid like the 35-year-old game. This is exactly like what Disney does by remaking their classic films with inferior, cranked-out rehashes which sully the original. And that's from Fatal Overdose, which is quite... How could I make that nice? Fatal Lover Dose. It is, I think that's meant to say not recommended. After 0.1 hours on record.
I've played 0.1 hours. It's a disgusting disgrace.
And I love it. Matthew, your time starts now.
I mean, this feels like DuckTales Remastered, because you did that whole thing like, oh, I thought I was going to do this for myself, and then I decided against it, which feels like classic. Like, you can't, was it bullshitter, or is it shitter? I don't know. Something involving shitting. And you can't do it. Can I have the genre?
No, you don't have any lifelines.
Oh no! It's not the clock. I want another lifeline. Oh boy. I mean, the Disney reference and the time, the age, the 35 years puts this firmly in the place of like DuckTales. I don't think it was that long ago. Unless it's something earlier than that also goes to the moon. But I don't think there is. I just think, yeah, your instant recall of it earlier on was too fast. You tried to disguise it. I don't think you did a very good job of it. Of course, if it isn't this, I'm going to look like a real prick now, but I'm going to say DuckTales Remastered.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
So, 35 years old. There was a mention of Disney in there as well. This is what Disney does with their films. This person called it a disgusting disgrace. You have ended up on DuckTales Remastered, all while insulting me as well, which is an interesting tactic to take.
I didn't insult you.
You did. You said I did a horrible job of, if I was hiding it earlier.
Unless that was like the old, unless you deliberately did a bit of a stinking job to like, you know, set me up for this now tragic downfall. Well, not tragic, deserved.
Matthew, I can tell you that the correct answer is DuckTales Remastered.
Yes, I knew you knew it. I knew you knew it. Oh, I was going to do this one.
I was
against it.
I was trying out a different tactic because we all the tactic normally employed by either of us is, ooh, what is it? What is it? So I was like, no, I will let him know that
it's duck. It's duck.
Duck story.
DuckTales Remastered. And everyone's like,
no.
So, oh yeah, I saw that and I wrote it and then I decided not to do it.
We'll try a different tactic next time.
Nice try,
Matthew, let's see your review of Portal 2. Matthew, could I have my third and final Mystery Steam review, please?
Rather than laughing at a series of unfortunate events, you are constantly wondering how the F did that happen. If you are getting hit by a monster, they will then rapid fire you over and over again while you lay unconscious. So it might as well be a single hit to kill you. The moles are unnecessary. Says Spidey. Not recommended with 7.8 hours on record.
Time starts now. Okay then. The big thing from this is that final sentence, surely. The moles are unnecessary. Because the rest of it is fairly non-committal, monsters, blah blah blah. And there was a big deal made out of the moles in Spelunky 2. I know Spelunky 2 goes to the moon. But while we're here, Matthew, I'm going to pause the timer, 57 seconds. Could I have my genre, please?
Your genre is platform video game.
Restarting the timer, 57 seconds now. Surely Spelunky 2. I'm pretty sure the moles were introduced in the second one. I'm almost positive it goes to the moon. I'm going to say Spelunky 2. Chris.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
So you're thinking this is largely nondescript, but the moles point you to Spelunky 2. The correct answer is Spelunky 2. 3 for 3.
Get in.
And I frickin' doomed it.
Everyone loves a doom.
Oh, it's embarrassing though, isn't it?
Everyone
you can't
loves
shit the bed
doom.
harder than
doom.
Than saying Doom 2. It's a co-op. That's a platform game.